Again, I'm in Nagoya, my house. I'm testing another camera. It's not test. I have to use it because if I don't use it, it's going to go bad. This is a professional Canon XA10, and in my hand, I'm holding another Canon XA25. That's the best camera I have. This is a professional camera. Okay. What are we going to talk about today? I want to give a topic about the Japanese and the Chinese. Okay. To the Westerners, they think, oh, Japanese, Chinese, they're almost the same. They look the same. If you think that way, you are terribly wrong. The same like you're talking about, oh, the French and the Germans are the same. No, they're not. Or the Europeans and Americans are the same. They are very different. From the DNA or from the history, I don't think Chinese and Japanese has anything to do with each other. Some Chinese people say that, oh, in the Tang Dynasty or many, many years ago, there was a Chinese ship with Chinese boys and girls and went to Japan. So the Japanese people are Chinese descent. Absolutely no. Okay. As we see, the Japanese flag is a sun. It's a sun, malu. Okay, it's round, sun. And the tale says that the Japanese people came here in a ship, but not by the sea, from the air. Okay, you can imagine what kind of ship is that. Isn't it a spaceship? Okay. Anyway, I'm not a historian. I don't want to talk about that. I only based on my life experience. I lived in China for so many years. I was born there, and I lived here in Japan for over 20 years. Compare these two nations. They are very, very vitally, fundamentally different. First of all, okay, the Chinese, I mean the new China, they are communist, okay, from a communist country, and Japan is a capitalist country and a democratic country, and the mentality is totally different. Okay, in China, now they started to change, but before they have this sense everything belongs to everybody because communism, they don't have anything like this is my thing, my possession. But in Japan, everything is supposed to be private. Okay, this is somebody else's property, so we have to respect. So in China, as a nation, they are very separate from each other. Okay, they don't stick together. They fight each other. Okay, it's okay to see a foreigner come to China to kill Chinese. Okay, it's okay. But anything happens, the Chinese people always fight with each other. Even during the Second World War, the Japanese people in China, the Chinese people still fight with each other. Okay, the fighting with each other is more important fight with enemies outside of China. But Japan, as a nation, they are very much united. They're very much as a group, as themselves. Okay. So if you work in a Japanese company or if you with a group of Japanese people, you can see clearly they are so disciplined. They all stick together with one aim, so with one purpose. They work so hard. But on an individual level, the Chinese people are so close with each other, but the Japanese people are so far from each other. Like if it comes to nationwide interest, nobody cares. But it's individual, like you have a friends, you have family, they are very close together. Like my brother has some very good friends. They're the rich guys. They have their own cottage or second house or something. When I go there, they say, "Okay, Daniel, stay here." I said, no, I'm not your friend. I said, "Oh, but your brother is my friend. Your brother is my friend. You're my brother." Something like that. They just, it's okay to just go to friend, just lock the door and eat there and even sleep there. No problem in China, but not in Japan. In Japan, as individuals, they are very far away from each other. They don't stick together. Okay, even the families. Okay, even the family member, they don't eat meat very, very often. Okay. Groupism, I don't know if the word groupism is correct, or individualism. I give you some very good examples. I watched a movie during the Second World War, was at Guam Island. Okay, so this is a group of Japanese soldiers. The leader says, "We should never surrender. We should fight to death." So everybody says, "Yay!" Then they just whole group went out and was shot one by one, all dead. Then another group, you know, the officer says, the leader says, "There's no use to fight anymore. So let's commit suicide." He says, "Okay, let's do it." So they moved, and everyone hug each other together, boom, everyone dies. Then another group, the officer, the leader says, "There's no use to fight anymore. As far as we live, we have a chance. Let's surrender." Everybody says yes, and everyone followed this officer and put hands on. They went out, so they survived. So a life in Japan is really depends on who you follow. You, as an individual, you have no chance to make your own decision. This is Japan, okay? Groupism. Even has the earthquake or you have tsunami, everyone was following everyone in very good order. This is, in Japan, but not in China. Okay, not in China. Chinese people are. I don't want to repeat the history, and because it hurts so much. Why, during the Second World War, just a couple of 2 or 3 Japanese soldiers, they can just conquer the whole village, because the Chinese people don't stick together, they don't fight together, and they only care for themselves. Okay. So if you come to the animal as a resemblance of animal, I would think the Japanese people more like a duck, the Chinese people more like a chicken. Okay, the ducks, they stick together, they always go for group. The chickens will never go group. So it reminds me when I was very young, and I lived by the place that this is the place for wholesale, for transport livestock from the countryside to the cities. So the peasants, farmers, they get their ducks to sell there, then they can transport it from other places. All the ducks come with group. Okay, the man just use a long bamboo stick and do like this, and the number 1 duck was walking in front, and all the ducks following. So they all walk all the way till there. Occasionally, a couple of ducks die because it's too tired or something, but mostly survive. But not chickens. You cannot go with a group of chickens. Use that. So chickens has to be transported by cage. So you can imagine it's so hard. The cage was a chicken, top chicken. So the down just die, and only top one survive. So when you are there already, most of the chickens are dead. And compared to characteristic between Japanese people and the Chinese people, I would say more like a dog or chicken. Okay. The Japanese people have a sense of fairness. For we should treat each other fairly. For example, if buy things or sell things, people sell things, they think, oh, we should sell it in a fair price. And also people buy things, they say, okay, this is a fair price, we should buy. They don't really bargain that much, So it's tend to be in a market, everyone sells the same price. Just slightly different, but mostly keep the price same. But the Chinese people don't have the fairness sense. They just want to compete, they just want to win, So the Chinese people always beat their own price down. Finally they say, I don't want the money, you just take it. So I won. The one emotion. Okay, I won. But Japanese people are much more reasonable. They say, okay, the purpose we're here sell is to make money. So if we don't make money, we should compete with price. No one makes money. What's the point? So let's stick together, sell the same price. The same like if you have one biscuit, for example, you have one biscuit, both would like to eat. The Chinese would smash it, say, okay, no one eat it. It's okay, everyone is happy. The Japanese will say, okay, half, and you have half, I have half. That is half-half. So that's something. Uh, the other thing between the Japanese people and Chinese people is that when it comes to money, okay, when it comes to money, the Chinese people would like to. The, the Chinese people tend to show off very much. Okay, even they don't have money, they say, "Oh, I have money." They want to show off, or even they want to drive a good car, you want to take a big loan, or. But when it's by themselves, they will save money, very small money by themselves. But when they're together, they want to show off. They go to restaurant, leave all the dishes on the table. They want their face so much. But not the Japanese people. The Japanese is on the contrary. No matter how much the money have, they don't want to show. They don't want people to know. They appear to be very humble. You never know. People drive a Corolla or Corolla or whatever, and or even ride a bicycle. It could be a millionaire. So that's something very, very different. And the other thing is that the Japanese people are so afraid of trouble others. They don't want to add any trouble to anybody else. Okay, like I used to live in the place in the house. There was a lady. She was very healthy and clean the street every day, and she was always smile. Always people think she's fine. Suddenly she passed away because she just does not want anybody to know that she was sick. She just kept everything for herself until the last moment. But not the Chinese. The Chinese only think of themselves. The extreme example is recently there was a instance happened in the Chinese the Chinese express train. Okay, the express train only stopped for 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, at one station. There was a lady hold the door, says, "Oh, you don't understand. My husband is coming. My husband is not coming. He will be here for 5 minutes." And everyone says, "We don't have 5 minutes." Okay, all the police, everyone was drag her, but she just, no, you don't understand. My husband is not here yet, and he has ticket. The train has to wait for my husband. So, I think how many 50 AD trains have to shift all the schedule because of this lady. Because the lady says, "You don't understand. My husband is not here yet. The train, I must wait for my husband." So the whole train, the whole country has to wait for that lady's husband. And she's even a school teacher, a well-educated Chinese. So this is extreme, but it happens every day in China. They only think themselves. They don't think anybody else. So there's another thing I feel very much is that when I'm traveling all over the world, traveling over the world, when you meet Japanese people, if they mistaken me as a Japanese, they will open their arms. They will, "Oh, finally I met a Japanese." Even I start to say, "No, I'm not Japanese, but I live in Japan. I speak Japanese." Still, it's better than non-Japanese. But if you meet Chinese people, it will be very different. Okay, if you don't speak Chinese, they feel very safe. They are very friendly. Say, "Hey, hello," this and that. As soon as you start speaking Chinese, the face just suddenly change. Maybe he's a spy from the government or whatever. They start suspicious. They don't want to get close to you. I don't know why. So I only talk what is coming into my mind. I did not write it down and the points and this and that. But the whole point of this video is trying to tell you the Chinese and the Japanese are very different, and almost like everything opposite. Okay, don't take them as one. Don't mix them. I'm not saying which is better or which is worse. I'm only saying this is their character. Okay, I say something else. The Chinese people like noise, like ha 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 ha. So this is their way to show their happiness. So they talk in the train or in the station or any public area with a very loud voice. This is their culture. They want to be, in Japanese, にぎやか、にぎやか、にぎやか、日本語、英語なんだろう。English we say anyway, it's 热闹热闹 in Chinese we say, but Japanese people are very quiet. Okay, very quiet. If you in the train, you see everybody is quiet, and somebody says cell phone, もしもし、あ、電車で切るね、ごめんなさいね、はい、切るね、boom. Okay, say I'm in the train. Please, I cannot talk. They're so quiet, even as a wedding. You know, the Japanese wedding is more like a funeral. Everyone was quiet. And then the bride was reading letter. Dear father and mother, and this that. The mother and father was crying. The father was crying, you know. But not like Chinese. If a Chinese wedding, you know, they can. Actually, some grooms died during the wedding, because they're just too much. They just pour a drink and this and do this, do that endlessly, and finally the groom just went collapsed and just passed away, boom, died. Okay, that's extreme cases. I hope you like this video. If you have more questions about Japanese people and Chinese people, different of culture and why, I'm not expert. I only can tell you based on my life experience. I will answer your question as much as I can. Okay, this is from my professional Canon video camera XC10. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Wait. By the way, if you are interested, I would probably make a video compare with Japanese wives and Chinese wives. Okay, Japanese women and Chinese women. What's the difference? Because I had experience with both. Okay, I'm the one who has the qualified to talk about this topic. If you want this topic, leave a comment and I will talk about this in the next video. Thank you.